I got labeled as difficult because I said one word, and that was no. Now, I said no to some very powerful people. What Tyler Perry showed me, Lee Daniels, Oprah Winfrey, and Lionsgate. When you don't do what we ask you to do, we'll take your livelihood.
But this isn't the only difficulty that Monique is facing at the time. So while she's getting backlash because she wasn't playing the game, Monique had been betrayed by somebody that she never saw coming. This is where things shift from professional to deeply personal.
What happened?
Oprah Winfrey called us up, and she said my brother wanted to come on the show.
Your older brother you described as a monster, and he abused you.
Yes.
From the time you were
7.
How did he abuse you? Are we talking about sexual abuse?
Yes.
Monique said she was labeled difficult because she said no to Oprah Winfrey, Tyler Perry, Lionsgate, etc. She confronted Oprah after backstabbing and blacklisting.
But in front of the others?
In front of the others, and they let everybody know what you don't want is that type of ass whooping.
Right.
So what they said was, we're gonna beat Monique really good. We're gonna sit her down. And I made it public. Financially, my family took a hit. So when you see our sister go through that, and we act like our eyes didn't see what it saw when we watched that promotion happen with the color purple.
Right.
We wanted to act like we didn't see how Oprah Winfrey treated Taraji. In my humble opinion, when you saw her walk up, you saw that there was tension. You saw that there was something happening.
Right.
And then when you see Taraji write her a love letter, it's like, listen, we know you were mistreated. And then you turn around and say, oh, but Lady O handled it. I have a problem with that.
Monique said how she survived Oprah Winfrey.
Let me tell you what I'll do if Oprah called me today, Shannon Sharpe. We will sit down and have a conversation with Oprah Winfrey. See, when I speak about Oprah Winfrey, and let me be clear, I love that sister, because she's our sister. She just got to come back across the street. We got the light on. You've been unfair. You've been unjust. And you watched a black woman be thrown under the bus, and you said nothing. I tried to call you first. I tried to talk to you privately, but then you became the great, mighty Oprah Winfrey, and you were too busy to talk. Well, now I'm going to talk about it. This woman has overstepped with me in so many ways.
Monique talked about her issue with Oprah Winfrey. She said that Oprah, being a black woman, let other black women suffer. She further said that Oprah is unjust.
I'm unapologetic and I'm unwavering about it. Because when I see this woman, Oprah Winfrey, how do you as a black woman watch another black woman be thrown under the bus based off of a lie? What I won't do is be quiet. I won't go away. I won't back down.
And so when she was offered an unfair deal by Netflix, she decided to push back.
The offers just didn't make sense. If we continue to accept these low offers, however do we make it different and make a change? I've got to speak up and speak out. And I've got to say it's blatantly unfair.
What was unfair about it?
She was offered $500,000 to do a Netflix special, a comedy special. The problem is that other comedians, like the Amy Schumers of the world, is that like she's getting offered like $10, $11 million.
Monique said that how does Oprah let another black woman thrown under the bus based off of a lie? She said that she is not going to back off and she will speak.
You're here. Why would I bring something that I know that you don't want to talk about? You lived it. Why do I need to replay it again?
Ask her. Your camera right there.
I was trying to.
I know, baby, but ask her. See, this is where it gets juicy, right?
Yeah.
Because you're saying the right things, but you're asking me questions that I can't answer.
Right.
I can't answer why Oprah Winfrey did what Oprah Winfrey did.
Yeah.
Only Oprah Winfrey can answer for her actions.
Yes.
So again, stop being scared.
No,
Monique told Shannon Sharpe to stop being scared of Oprah Winfrey.
Thank you for staying up late with us here on the Factor Uncensored. We have a great program for you, as we do every night. Oscar-winning actress and comedian Monique is making it clear how she feels about Tyler Perry. They have been feuding for years. Monique had accused Tyler Perry and Oprah of blackballing her from Hollywood. And despite Monique apologizing to both for those claims back in February, February, it appears Monique still has hard feelings.
In tonight's episode of The Factor Uncensored, the spotlight is on Oscar-winning actress and comedian Monique, who isn't holding back about her long-standing feud with Tyler Perry. Despite a public apology earlier this year, Monique's recent performance reveals lingering resentment towards both Perry and Oprah Winfrey.
Towards both Oprah and Tyler Perry. She went in on the icons during a recent comedy performance. Take a look.
You Oprah Winfrey, you Tyler Perry. That cold I said it. Say it with me. You Oprah Winfrey. You Tyler Perry. You cold.
During a recent comedy show, Monique took aim at the media moguls, showcasing her frustration. She expressed a desire for Oprah to return to her roots, insisting on bringing back the real Oprah that the audience could connect with.
Now some got scared. It was like you going too far, bitch. I love that black raggedy bitch. I love that black simple-minded. I love Oprah Winfrey's black ass. And we just need to bring her back to black. I need you to bend her to and her like a Nashville, Tennessee and bring that bitch back to black. Oh, bitch, be quiet. You gonna get some money out of it.
As Monique vented her feelings about the two icons, it became clear that her hurt runs deep. Viewers were left wondering, is this an obsession or a cathartic release? Some critics argue that she needs to clarify her accusations against them, rather than leaving her audience guessing about the past events that caused this rift.
You're saying Oprah's name out loud. You're saying Tyler's name out loud. You're saying Lee's name out loud. You're saying Lionsgate out loud.
If you said this a decade ago, and I remember you saying it over a decade ago, why didn't it get the traction? Why didn't it get the support? Why wasn't it propped up when Monique said it?
I think there's a few reasons why. Number one, it was the messenger. I should just be grateful I got invited to the party. You a big, fat, black woman. How dare you be the one? And then on top of that, you're saying names. You're saying Oprah's name out loud. You're saying Tyler's name out loud. You're saying Lee's name out loud. You're saying Lionsgate out loud. That's not what we do.
Monique knew some things about Oprah, Tyler, Lionsgate, and Lee.
And every time you see Oprah, you see gay. Best friends. Is what they say. I've never seen best friends like that. We ain't seen Stephanie 30 years. Who is loving Oprah Winfrey and Gayle King? Each other! But we don't want to say this out loud because it's Oprah Winfrey. I'm too old to be scared of this bitch. I'm too old to be intimidated by this bitch. I'm too old to hold the truth. You know why Oprah Winfrey, Melvin? Because that bitch tried to me privately. Well,
A fellow comedian weighed in, suggesting that Monique's bitterness stems not just from personal conflicts, but also from professional setbacks that have impacted her financially. They noted that her relentless pursuit of recognition and validation in the industry is likely contributing to her ongoing grievances.
Your thoughts on this?
Honestly, when I saw that clip, I was like, oh, Lord, not again. It's almost like she's obsessed. Or either you're going to come out and tell us what exactly did they do, or what is it? Because it's like, this guessing game is too much. And it's like, come on, Monique. Like,
all right, Blame the Comic, your thoughts about this, your fellow comedian.
You know, one thing I can say is that a hurt dog will holler.
While applauding Monique for advocating for other women in comedy, the sentiment remains that her current approach might be alienating audiences instead of making them laugh. Many attendees at her shows have reported discomfort, wishing to hear humor rather than bitter grievances. The lack of comedic relief in her performances is raising eyebrows and leading to a call for a more balanced act.
You know what I mean? I think that she has been she's been stressed out because not only have they affected her career, but they've affected her bottom line, which is her financials. And I think the damage is so done that you know what I mean, there's no way of coming back. So I think she's just putting it out there till something change or something gives to where somebody's hand is forced either way.
Doctors and industry experts suggest that while comedy often stems from pain, it's crucial for performers to find humor in their struggles. Monique's current method may come off as venting rather than comedy.
I will give her kudos for pushing a narrative for, the up-and-coming females behind her. But, I think on every level, people only deal with you so far to where, you're being taken advantage of to some degree. How she mentioned that she only got paid a certain amount for pressures and things like that, and they still wanted all the work and just to squeeze her dry. You know what I mean? That's just a part of the industry, and then she didn't go for it, and she had to pay. It's unfortunate that she had to pay.
Bringing in Dr. Angela Jones, she emphasized the importance of context in Monique's comedy. While her feelings are valid, the audience struggles to connect with her narrative without a clearer backstory.
The price for it, but I don't think she was wrong. So, she's obviously still not over it. So, you know what I mean? She's gonna keep saying it till it gets the right attention.
And one of the things that I read in some of the comments, people said they were at that show and they said they felt uncomfortable hearing that. Mm-hmm. And they said they wanted to hear comedy, and that's not comedy to them.
Wrapping up, the discussion shifted to advice for those who find it hard to let go of past grievances. Dr. Jones highlighted the importance of processing emotions in a healthy way. She emphasized that feeling hurt or angry is natural, but the way those feelings are expressed should ultimately uplift and empower rather than perpetuate negativity.
That's her still angry with Oprah and Tyler Perry. So right. If your audience is responding that way, Blame, as a comedian, what do you do?
So here's the thing. Unfortunately, they say pain is comedy. But unfortunately, she haven't found the funny in her pain. It's just coming out as venting. You know what I mean? And so if I were her, you know what I mean? Instead of just, using expletives about.
As Monique continues to navigate her complex feelings towards Oprah and Tyler Perry, the industry watches closely. Her path forward may hinge on her ability to blend her personal narrative with genuine humor, allowing her legacy to shine rather than be by past conflicts.
Now, here's Wendy!
The excitement is palpable as Wendy Williams kicks off her show, asking how everyone is enjoying their hot chocolate. With lively applause, she sets the stage for a captivating discussion on the juiciest topics of the day, emphasizing how hot topics can be the perfect icebreaker at any gathering.
Thank you for watching. People. These are my co-hosts, my studio audience. Loud. I love it.
Monique has been in the spotlight again, this time directing her fire towards Oprah. After a recent stand-up performance where she accused prominent figures like Oprah, Tyler Perry, and Lee Daniels of sabotaging her career, Monique is not holding back. Wendy explains how a recording of her stand-up act caught the attention of fans, igniting a heated debate.
There was a request from the movie studio that I fly to France for the Cannes Film Festival. I simply said I respectfully declined. And I said to them, my deal is with Lee Daniels, and I've done my job. I did all of my contractual obligations, and I was done.
Why wouldn't she want to go to Cannes?
At this point, she'd already had 2 failed marriages. By the 3rd marriage, she was desperate to spend time with her family.
When they called, I had a couple days just downtime. I wanted to spend that with my husband and my kids. I said, guys, I'm spending time with my family. I'm gonna pass. And they all agreed.
Monique thought she had the support of everybody, Oprah, the producers, but it was far from the truth.
We were on the campaign, and she was making unreasonable demands. You gotta play ball. This is not just show.
Monique said that she was blackmailed. She was offered a deal which she declined because she wanted to spend time with her family.
Had Oprah Winfrey said, I'ma have your mama, I'd have said, shut that shit down. I don't need nobody seeing my mama be greedy. I don't need the world seeing, shut it down. Now there's a white woman named Barbara Walters. They called her first. And she said, Monique, I told your family, I can't do that to you.
Because she's angry at Oprah for betraying her. She's pointing to Barbara Walters for like, Barbara Walters didn't betray me and has a set of values that I respect. And so you need to align with people who share your values in a real way. Oprah doesn't share her values. Monique thinks because Oprah's black, Oprah owes her something and needs to share her values.
Monique explained why she has a beef with Oprah Winfrey. She said that Oprah betrayed her.
Okay, let's get started. It's time for Hot Topics.
In a bold move, Monique and her husband shared their thoughts through a Periscope session, addressing the backlash she's received for her previous comments. They voiced frustration over the pressure for Monique to apologize to Oprah, insisting on transparency regarding their complex history and the pain of past experiences.
Okay. The weekend's here. I have to fill you up with hot topics so you have something to do when you go to somebody's house and you have nothing to talk about. Then you talk about, yes, hot topics are great for socialization when you have nothing else to say. All right, let's talk about Monique.
Wendy recounts a shocking moment when Oprah invited Monique's family to a show without giving her prior notice. Monique felt ambushed when her brother, the one she alleged had molested her, appeared alongside her estranged mother and father. Wendy reflects on Monique's justified anger while questioning the ethics of the show's production.
She is still speaking out. So do you remember she slammed Lee Daniels, Tyler Perry, and Oprah during her stand-up act? After she accused them during stand-up of blackballing her after Precious.
Following the airing of that episode, Monique confronted Oprah about the unexpected family gathering. Despite Oprah's claims of ignorance regarding the surprise guests, Wendy offers her insight into the dynamics of their relationship, suggesting that this incident has had lasting repercussions on Monique's career and personal life.
Well, Monique and by the way, Monique says that this is, the story about Oprah and Lee and Tyler was always a part of her stand-up. It just so happens that night at the Apollo Theater, somebody had their iPhone out and recorded. But don't you always assume somebody's recording something?
As Monique continues to share her story, Wendy emphasizes the importance of handling such revelations thoughtfully. With a career still ahead of her, she could benefit from channeling her experiences into a future project rather than airing all her grievances publicly. Wendy expresses hope that Monique finds a resolution and peace moving forward.
Anyway, so Monique and her husband Sidney spoke out again yesterday. Now, this is what they informed us of yesterday morning. They get on the Googler, and they alert us all that I'm tired of you all telling me I need to apologize to Oprah, okay? And if you want to know the real story...
Wendy wraps up the discussion with a note on the power of communication and the impact of personal stories. As Monique navigates her journey, Wendy urges her to focus on healing and self-growth, reminding viewers that while it's essential to speak out, it's equally crucial to choose the right moment and medium for those discussions.